Stewart Show coming to you live and in effect, 11 p.m. Eastern Time sharp. That's how we do it. Yes. How you doing? That's one thing I always try to tell my daughters is to be on time is to be early. Yes. That's the type of thing that I was taught growing up. And so I'm never late. Never, ever late. I hesitate to articulate for fear that I may deviate from my given course of rectitude. Yes. Shouts out to the Qs. This is the Doug Stewart Show coming to you live. And, man, a couple of interesting things to get into today. Have a lot of fun. Talk about these sports. We'll talk some Falcons. We'll talk some Michigan. We'll talk some Michael Phelps. We'll get into some of these little entertainment stories my producer Tree dug up for me. And have all of the fun in 2 hours that you can have. Yes. Thank you so much for joining you, boy. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. 404-382-0338. Would you like to partner with the Doug Stewart Show? I mean, it's growing like wildfire. Yes, like wildfire. If you would, you got a business and you're trying to get your brand out there, a product, something, your company in general, email me, Doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and let's do business. This segment is brought to you by FanDuel. One-day fantasy sports as low as $1. You can't beat it. So go to my webpage, thedougstewartshow.com, and click on their banner link right there to the right, FanDuel, and get down with this fantasy football, man, and you don't have to be connected and tied up for a year long. You can just have some fun. That's what it's all about, is fun. All right, 404-382-0338. We're going to get into a bunch of stuff. Let me just say this, first of all, off the rip. I got a text yesterday, an email yesterday from somebody listening to the show, and they brought up the fact that yesterday on the show, I had a little mishap, and I almost need to join 7 for a mishap. I had a little mishap with a name. And I think I was talking about Brady Hoke and how I didn't think he was coachly. And I brought up Tommy Bowden and Bobby Bowden. I was referring to Bobby Bowden and the fact that Bobby Bowden never wore a headset and this. Well, the long story short, as I continued, I called Bobby Bowden, Tommy Bowden, probably like 3 or 4 times. Yes, I did. But you know what the hell I meant. My point in telling you this little story is you know what the hell I meant. And now, what I will say is this, and I kind of joked a little bit yesterday when I most misspoke one time that, you know, I'm suffering a little bit from post-concussion syndrome myself. Now, I really don't want to play around with that subject because that's real, and it's affected people that I know, okay? So I don't want to play around with that subject. So I'm not, I'm being kind of facetious with that, but then I'm kind of not, okay? A little background on your boy Doug Stewart. I played football from the age of 7 all the way through college. Or not through college, but my first couple of years in college. All right, so I've taken a lot of hits in my day. So sometimes I'll walk across the room to get something, and by the time I get over there, I forgot what the hell it is. Now, I'm sure we all do that to a degree, but I do it more so than most of you people listening. So cut me a break. Damn, wow. And we used to get people all the time just hanging on every word that we say. When we did the 2 Live Stews, and they'd email the program director and say, listen, the Stews said this and they were wrong, this, that, and the other. Well, damn it, I'm my own program director. All right? So you just zip it. Zip it up. All right? I don't care, all right? Once in a while, I'm going to make a mistake. That's why they got a stat guy on PTI, because even those dudes that do it every single day, once in a while, they'll make a mistake, all right? They'll make a mistake in something that they say. I challenge you, Mr. Hang On My Every Word guy, to do 2 hours and talk sports for 2 hours in a daily changing environment where stories change and guys get fired and hired, and do it for 2 hours. Talk to yourself for 2 hours and don't make a mistake. Yes, talk to yourself for 2 hours and don't make one mistake, or 2 or 3 for that matter. All right? Golly. Oh, get a life. Get a life. My gosh. Oh, that burns me up. It doesn't really bother me. Let me just say that. It doesn't really bother me. But because I had the opportunity, I'll tell you, I can do it. I can do it. We used to get these emails sent to our program director, and he'd have a little sit down with us, especially the last program director, if you know the story of the 2 Live Stews, and he'd have a sit down with us. If somebody had a problem with something we said, an opinion, which everybody got an opinion, these smart-ass geeks listening to the show and don't know nothing about sports would email a program director and say, the Stew said this, the Stew said this, and I don't think it's right. Well, I'm the program director now, damn it. Yes, me. This is a one-man show. This is a one-man show, the Doug Stewart Show. I got some great producers that work with me, but damn it, if you got a problem with me, email me, and if I don't want to address it, kick rocks. Like they used to say back in the day, catch fire. Catch fire. All right. Enough of the rant. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. 404-382-0338. My gosh. Yes. Okay, I said Tommy Bowden like 5 or 6 times, and I also mixed in Bobby Bowden once in that whole rant, and it didn't register that I was saying Tommy Bowden. You know what the hell I meant. You know I meant Bobby Bowden. Damn it. And I hate to waste my listeners' time with this rant, but damn it, sometimes you got to do it. You got to nip it, like the great Barney Fife used to say, nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. All right, this is a Word on the Street Wednesday, and you are listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. I got to continue to tell you to pass the word, all right? Pass the word. Tell at least one person about the most fun, the most rant, dedicated show in sports. That's what we're doing around here. All right, so Word on the Street Wednesday is where I just talk about some rumors, some things going on in the world of sports that may not have happened yet, but they might be happening, and these supposed insiders are talking about it. And so we'll get into that type of stuff today. And we'll also talk about some of the top stories in the world of sports as well, right here at home. And I always say we got to talk Falcons, we got to talk Braves, we got to talk Hawks, because that's where our roots are, right here in the ATL. But whatever you want to talk about, if you're listening to the show in California, in Alaska, in Tokyo, in the Netherlands, like we got a listener that listens to the show all the time. If you're listening to the show, I don't care where you are, Antarctica, all right, Nigeria, anywhere. If you want to talk about your sports thoughts, your teams or whatever, give me a call at 404-382-0338. All right, some quick news on the Falcons. They've lost starting center Joe Harley, yes, to a season-ending knee injury, and starting right tackle Lamar Holmes to a season-ending foot injury, while starting strong safety William Moore, who in my opinion is the most important name out of all of these guys, was placed on the short-term injured reserve with a shoulder injury. So the Falcons are real beat up right now. Hawley out of the lineup. The Falcons will have to turn to Peter Kahns. You remember Peter Kahns, the second-round pick out of Wisconsin, who ain't nothing. Who's one of those picks where Thomas Dimitroff and the organization has basically missed on. We had big, thoughts for this guy and thought he was going to be the real deal, but he really hadn't panned out. With Holmes lost, the Falcons signed tackle Cameron Bradfield, formerly of the Jaguars. Gabe Karimi is expected to be Holmes' immediate replacement at right tackle, unless Karimi has to fill out for injured guard Justin Blaylock, who is coming off a back injury. So if Karimi stays at guard, Ryan Schrader would be the next man up at right tackle. And also replacing William Moore is going to be Kamel Ishmael, the 7th-round pick out of Central Florida. The Falcons also promoted guard Harlan Gunn and safety Sean Baker from the practice squad. And, man, just a ton of injuries. Sam Baker, Marquise Sproul with an ACL, and Sean Witherspoon, Achilles, you know about that, obviously. Zeke Modern. The Falcons are up to their necks in injuries. I mean, they're up to their necks in injuries, and that's what you worry about. That's what you worry about if you're a team in the NFL. It's attrition. Like, how many guys can you keep healthy? How many guys can you trot out on the field? Your best guys. And right now, the Falcons have been stung mightily. But here's the thing. Good teams They build good teams. They draft well. They have guys on the bench that can play. You shouldn't lose that much of a step if you bring a guy in off the bench. And so hopefully these guys that come in for the Falcons with all these injuries, hopefully the Falcons can rebound off of these things and, play some good football. This week they travel up to New York to take on the Giants, who are kind of surging right now. So you got to be careful about the damn Giants. And so, hopefully they can get it together real fast. The big thing about this team is the offense, all right? You know what the offense is. The offense is about scoring points. Everything else, as long as you keep those wide receivers and Matt Ryan healthy, you got a chance, okay? You might not be able to stop anybody, which I've said all year long, but you got a chance, all right? You got a chance if you're a Falcon fan for your ball club to win. So they travel up to New York, and like I said, Eli and that Giant team looks like they're getting things turned around. So hopefully the Falcons can handle their business. All right, up next on the Doug Stewart Show, man. With the best of my ability, all right, and this is very confusing. With the best of my ability, I'm going to explain to you what's really going on with the Michigan football program. And I know a lot of you are lost and confused like me because you can't figure out what's the argument. What are they debating about? Why are they trying to get people fired? And we're talking about students here. So we'll talk about that. We'll grab your calls. We'll talk about some of these rumors. I'm also going to talk about what's going on with the Washington Redskins and that name, some rumor type information on that. And we'll do that. Take your calls. Read your tweets. You can tweet me at the Doug Stewart Show. And I'm also on Twitter at that same handle. I'm all over the place. Sports talk for the people. The real people. The not hang on my every damn word people. The Two Live Stews and Doug Stewart. The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at you both. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Yes! This your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-file, prescription savings, and a fully encompassed prepaid legal benefit that includes identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedugstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. I'm always saying get with the times. Stop acting like you at your mama house, calling that girl you met at summer camp 2 states away, and your mama screaming out, "I know you better not be talking long distance running up my bill with that little hussy girl." Well, get with the times with your long distance charges. Presenting Univon. Univon offers unlimited worldwide calling to 60-plus countries for $14.99 a month. No contract, no activation fee, and no cancellation fee. Users can call anytime using their mobile phone or home IP phone. So stop flushing money down the drain. Get more details by clicking Univon's link banner on thedugstewartshow.com or the link on the DougStewartShow.com app. Try out Univon and call your peoples like you not at your mama house.
Now back to the realest sports talk show in America, the Doug Stewart Show.
That's right, the realest, shrillest sports talk show in America. And we've been only doing this a week and a half. Yes. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for joining me on this Word on the Street Wednesday. The number is 404-382-0338, 404-382-0338. You can also shoot me